Hello viewers, welcome to episode number 4 of the corner cutting challenge in Forza 6. So this one is going to be the Bugatti circuit at Le Mans. So we all know that chicane, everyone cuts it, we just know that. So I thought I'd do this one. It's quite an easy track for people to cut. Also the first chicane. So this first lap here, or the first couple of laps I'm going to do, is where I get a clean lap. And then later on we'll do the dirty ones to see exactly how much faster we can go. So I'll go through my thought processes on these laps. What am I looking for? What am I trying to do? So when I'm trying to work out how to go quickly around a track for the first time, I'm mainly looking for braking points, curbs that you can use, and acceleration points. Also I guess your kind of racing line, because it's not always exactly the same depending on your car. Now this car, on acceleration, it kind of straightens itself out quite a lot, which is not really a desirable feature of a car. So in order to counteract that, you take a deeper line in to the turn, and then you take a straighter line out. So I go in a little bit deeper there, and then you can come back for a later apex there, which is slightly straighter than what it would have been if you had just taken both apexes. That way you can get the accelerator a little bit earlier, and you can gain more speed in that way. So you sort of have to adjust your line to the strengths of the car. Also the curbs, so these curbs here seem fine, so I know that I can take them, and they don't get a dirty lap from that. Sorry, you don't get a dirty lap from that, so it's kind of okay to do that. Normally if you just take two wheels onto the curb, that is absolutely fine. There's nothing wrong with doing that like I'm doing here. So into the final little turn here, quite a tricky one. You have to go out wide on the exit. You can go two wheels over that white line without going dirty, and again there over that one. You don't want to go more than that though. So this is going to be my fastest lap here. What can we do from here? Trying to beat a 1:38.2. So let's go for a run of the Le Mans Bugatti circuit. Keeping over to the left hand side before we enter turn number 1. A very fast right hander. I do go onto the brakes ever so slightly because I want to go over to the right hand side here before going into the turn, down into third and second gear. I go over that curve there a little bit too much. It does slow me down though, so nothing gained there. And it's still a clean lap. Down by a quarter of a second though. So I go very deep here, as I just explained, then cut back for a late apex, which means I can get on the throttle ever so slightly earlier in this car. That is actually quite a decent line for that turn. This turn is kind of the same as well. Go in deep, cut back, because these turns are really long and require a lot of patience. That is a very good line to take around those kind of turns. The only problem is that you might be vulnerable to being overtaken. Into this one, looking out for the edge of the curb, the end of the curb, and then that's a good braking point. And then going for the late apex on the way out, grazing the edge of the curb there as we leave the turn. Now coming up to this chicane here, we're going to move over to the right hand side, just brake after the end of the curb, about there, before the bridge, way before the bridge, and then hook up with a nice apex on the left. You can accelerate very early out of there, you can get a nice run through the exit. It kind of cambers you around. There's a nice camber on that turn if you hook it up nicely. For this one as well, there's nice camber. Go over to the right hand side before you enter the left. Keep two wheels on the curb there. You can run out wide. Move back over to the left quickly before the last right hander. Accelerate out to the outside, then come back for a late apex. It's all one corner really. It looks like two, but it is one. That last little complex there. And we've done a 1:37.689. That is a clean lap, and that is the challenge, to try and beat that. And there's confirmation of that lap time, 1:37.689. To try and beat, well, I will beat it, it's obvious, but how much by is the main question. So this is our cheating recon lap, if you like to put it that way. Where can we cut? What can we do? What slows us down? What doesn't? So into the first turn, we can extend that, which will help us slightly through this right hander. You don't want to go over the right hander though. Those curves are nasty. There as well slows you down. Now the funny thing is that you can cut this a lot. Now on my fast lap just now, I got slowed down by those bollards on the left, the little yellow bollards on the apex. But if you cut it completely, then you don't get slowed down. I think that's wrong. I think you should get completely slowed down if you try to cut the corner even more, if you ask me. But that isn't how it is, so I had to deal with it. So on the exit of this one, you can extend that by quite a lot. On the entry to the left hander, you can extend ever so slightly. There's not much need to do that. You can extend on the apex, but the curb on the inside isn't very kind. And you can extend on the exit to run out earlier on the throttle. into this one. There's no point in going over the left hand side there, you're kind of just going away from the corner. But then on the exit, taking a late apex, you can go over the AstroTurf a little bit, and it can go out wide on the exit. I don't think you save a huge amount by doing that. There's not much point really in doing that. So into this one, this is where you save most of the time, braking pretty much exactly where I would normally. But I don't really hook up very much there, but you do just go straight on there, maybe gain 1 second or a bit more just through that turn alone. There's plenty of tarmac on the inside which can be taken, and then again here looks like there's more on the exit. There's some extra tarmac there on the entrance to the final right-hander. So that's my recon lap. You don't want to go that far on the inside though on that final turn. That will slow you down. Those little bollard things on the inside slow you down. So here we go. Done a couple of laps there. Trying to beat at 135.9. So already about 1.7 seconds quicker. But I think I could do better than that. Extending the entrance to turn 1. Hooking up nicely. And as you can see, I'm much more planted to the right hand side. Cut the first apex. Completely go across there. And I'm through nicely. I've already saved 2/10 on my best lap from this run, not from my my clean run. So we're going to see at the very end how much quicker we are. Getting early on the throttle, which takes me out wide over the extra tarmac. Maybe gain a 10th or 2 from that, not too much. A little bit deep, then we come back for a late apex. Just coming out wide again. Just letting the car straighten out with that a little bit more, which gives you just a couple of miles an hour, I guess, not a huge amount. We are 7/10 up on my previous best from this run, so it looks like we can do a low 135 at this rate. Extending a little bit too much there, going over the grass. I don't think that helps me too much, but we progress anyway into the chicane. How much time can we gain through here? Go in a lot earlier than I did previously. Cut across there, cut across the second part. Get a bit of oversteer, which doesn't help, but we are through and about 6/10 up now, so we can cut this corner a lot more than we did on the recon lap. And that saves maybe a couple of attempts, not too much. This one probably saves a bit more because you can straighten up that exit. That one seems to go on forever when you take it normally, when you take it properly. And then through the final corner, getting a little bit early in there. And I don't get the best of exits, just grazing the gravel, so losing a 10th or 2 there. But that is the best lap time there, 135.044. So that is quite a lot quicker than the previous clean lap. So we're going to take a quick look at the times. So a clean lap around here, I did a 137.689. Dirty was at 135.0 for a difference of 2.64, which is quite a good saving, or quite a big saving. I'm not going to say good because you're not meant to do that. So Top Gear saved 3 seconds. Monza saved 2.62, which is a little bit less. And Yas Marina, still our top circuit, saved 9.2 seconds, which is just miles more. Really is quite ridiculous how much time you can save around there. But that is going to bring a close to episode number 4. Remember to suggest more tracks for me to do. Just a reminder, don't cut those corners, guys. Keep it clean. Otherwise, you will get locked up in my basement, just like the thousands of other victims I already have down there. So just a quick warning for you if you are one of those guys who cuts corners. But that is the end of the video, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.